these 2,000 other fuckers walking down in Hollywood or whatever. Well, they're more right than these people.
Well, look, that was 2,000. It was a range of diverse people made up that 2,000. You know that this 10,000 people on Rotten Tomatoes is all a bunch of angry white males.
I know. That's not
Nazis.
I know you don't believe that, but shove up your ass. I don't want to shit. Fuck off. I don't know where. I'm sorry. I didn't make a reference to where I skipped it back to. I didn't want.
We'll just jump.
The fate of their favorite character.
Can we take a stab and go like 10 minutes in the future?
Times I felt they ended
that
it
long.
and start polling people. Well, according to this Hollywood Reporter poll here, the most Game of Thrones viewers actually liked the ending, despite the online outrage. Now, the reason why this is an interesting subject to cover is because I was watching Midnight's Edge's kind of video about the future of D.B. Weiss and David Benioff and going into Star Wars and if that's going to hurt more Game of Thrones shows on HBO. And he had made a comment, this would be Andre, made a comment about how no one liked the finale. But the poll here, and this is from the Hollywood Reporter.
It turns out that literally isn't true. Someone out there.
This man was wrong.
And that person is me. I liked it, so you are wrong.
You have the Rotten Tomatoes, majority of people overwhelmingly don't like it. IMDb, majority of people don't like it. But this one poll.
But it's not just that, but this
found one.
The way he emphasized it as well, like he's like, "This is my trump card. Here we go."
This
and he's
scientific
like,
poll I found.
Yeah. Go on.
Porter suggests absolutely otherwise. According to this, it says, in the wake of Game of Thrones finale on Sunday, the narrative...
Hang on a minute. He said absolutely otherwise, so everyone liked it? Is that the case?
Everyone liked it. Turns
Fuck.
out, we were wrong the whole time.
So Matt says that everyone liked it.
Surrounding the night was the phrase divisive. But how did the series ending episode actually play with most viewers? Opinions were mixed, a new study finds. Some 26% of viewers who watched the final episode replied that they liked the finale a lot.
Did you notice? I guess it was probably a mistake, but he said a new study finds. It's a new survey.
A new study.
A
No, it's a study. They
A little bit of a
studied
connotation
the Game of Thrones audience. They watch their eyes. And
A new study conducted by NASA has concluded. What?
Best men.
Oh, someone in the EFOP podcast chat said, haven't Mueller and crew dismissed Rotten Tomatoes review before? Yes. We don't really care what they say. But if he's going to be citing 2,000 adults have said this, therefore the statement of blah 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 is wrong, it's like maybe you should just look at the fucking Rotten Tomatoes one, so it trumps yours by 5 times.
Here's why it's important, because normally you could say, okay, it doesn't matter if the majority of people like something, doesn't mean it's good. But Matt's the one using that argument in the first place.
Yeah, if we're specifically talking about how many people liked or disliked it, then Rotten Tomatoes will be kind of useful to an extent. I still don't think their aggregate thing is useful compared to like IMDb or fucking Metacritic even. Like the confusing way they do it.
So I was just gonna say, yeah, if you're one of those people who fucking pulls the Metacritic scores to like, use as an argument for or against your film or whatever game or whatever, you're an idiot, alright?
I want to read this out. A Hollywood poll showed that the majority of people hate Mundane Matt despite him having subscribers.
And also, just a quick calculation, that 26% of viewers, that's 572 people. So 572 people said that they liked the final a lot. And Matt is fucking taking that, and he's putting it on his fucking title of his chat of his video, and he's fucking like, there we go, I've got the evidence, this is it, I've cracked it. And
Actually,
as I mentioned earlier,
where is he getting 63% from? Oh, so it's the 26 plus the 37, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so 572 people said they liked it a lot, so let's just say that they gave it like an 8 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, yeah? And then further by another 37 went, oh yeah, I liked it. Oh.
I just love that this whole video is based on a fucking survey of 200 people.
It's so, well, yeah, it's so disingenuous, and because he's such a fucking useless shit human, he can't even fucking come up with his own arguments to why it was good or bad. He's fucking dragging in fucking 572 people to fucking say it for him. Come on, man. Come on.
Well, 37% liked it some, 24% didn't really like it, and 10% didn't like it at all, according to a new Hollywood Reporter morning consult poll. The survey was comprised of 2,200 adults of different ages, genders, and ethnicities whom exhibited varying degrees of fandom and TV viewing habits. Now, granted, that is a small sample size of only 2,200 people.
Okay.
But...
No!
But!
No.
There's no but!
No!
But
No!
These people do this kind of studies and surveys quite often, and again, I think
they must know what they're talking
what
about.
What is them having to do it often having to do with the number?
I don't want to drag in. I don't want to drag in politics, but the polls are always right. Am I right, guys? The polls are always right. The numbers always reflect reality. Fuck off.
Like I said, people would be much more inclined to just say, "Yeah, I liked it," even if they really didn't. And you could say like, "Oh, Mole, how do you know that? How do you know it's not the reverse?" I'd be like, "Oh, you know what? Fine. Let's just go with talk to these people. It would be a much more interesting video if you actually went out and just asked people what they thought of Game of Thrones."
I really don't care. I don't care to drag up any fucker else to fucking justify why they liked or disliked something. I don't go.
Yeah, I don't even know what the point of this is.
More like the film, so you know I don't have to make an argument. It doesn't. No. Get a fucking spine.
Tell me why I can't go to YouTube and see what people think, and that's not valid. But this random survey, for which I don't think there's a link, and I don't know what it's kind of called. I'd have to search for this link because generally, like if I have a survey or something now, I'll put the whole title in the picture, so you can just type in the title and everything, and it's there. But why trust this over what my lying eyes tell me on YouTube? Like Matt, tell me why this is way more valid than everything that I've been exposed to so far.
Well, this poll used a range of different ages, genders, and ethnicities. It wasn't just all white men. There we go, Rags. Get fucked.
I see.
Fear, you might start to find that 37% of liked it a bit is probably more in line with where things are across the board if we were to kind of put it all together in a pot, mix it around, and then...
Oh, so you can extrapolate this, and now that's your conclusion. Great job. Fuck off.
He just wants to just push it to be like, this is probably the most accurate. You guys agree? Okay, cool. 63% like it. Okay, see you guys. No.
Yeah. So if we agree with my perspective on it, yeah, everyone else follows this too.
Hey man, they specified that they're different ages, genders, and ethnicities, which means it's the fairest take.
Yeah, and varying degrees of fandom and TV viewing habits. So that's like, so of these 2,201 people, not all of them. Well, we don't even know who has read the books. We don't even know who has watched the whole show, because I have met people who watch TV shows and don't bother. And if they didn't start watching it from season 1, they don't go back to start it. I have talked to people who generally just skip ahead.
Yeah, in fairness, we were watching episode 2. No, I think it was episode 1, and like I think I was watching it with. Yes, I was watching it with Emin Fortier, and I believe they can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe when he says he's of House Tarly, Sam does, I was immediately like, oh shit, because I was like, yeah, she killed his brother and father, and the two of them were like, what? Why does that matter? And you know, it's the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, a lot of fans aren't even aware of why season 8 is so bad, because they might not even remember what information is being contradicted. Like, you know, Jamie Lannister saying, I never really cared about innocent people. A lot of people might have been like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they might have literally forgotten that he lost a hand because he didn't, he cared about somebody other than his family, but whatever, yeah.
This happens.
No,
that's why when you give it time and they're exposed to these arguments, it gets worse.
This is it, yeah. Of the people that were asked, we don't even know if, like, how much of a fuck they give. Like, they literally might be somebody who literally puts it on in the background and just go, oh yeah, I thought it was cool when the dragon burnt everything down. That was cool.
Well, I found the survey, and it's actually much worse than you think.
Oh no!
Because the first question of the survey is, do you consider yourself a fan? Oh yeah, let me put it in the thing. Do you consider yourself a fan of the television show Game of Thrones? And only 22% responded yes.
What?
So 8% of this fucking people didn't even give a
Oh my
shit.
god, he's right! That's the first question they asked!
22%?
8% didn't even know! How do you not know if you're a fan of something?
I didn't know they were a fan of those! That's fantastic! I gotta get this on screen. That's amazing.
Stop. These people didn't even know if they liked the shit. Oh.
No, so when they asked the people whether they liked the finale, they weren't even asking the full 2,000 people. It was only a sample size of 314 people.
Oh my god!
One people said they liked it a lot.
Oh.
Who the fuck ran this poll? Like, what is this?
The Hollywood Reporter.
We can trust them, guys. I love how. Do you know what's dumb? I actually trusted that what he presented this thing as was 100% the way it is. Like, I was like,
well, he was a
how fucking naive am I? Like,
he wasn't misleading a bunch of like easy to find statistics. No. Oh my god.
Well, he probably just never clicked on the link. He just took the article's word.
Well, yeah.
that's we shouldn't assume maliciousness. We should assume incompetence.
Can you just die already, you channel wise?
Leave him alone.
Channel. Not
oh my. Okay, listen. This is okay.
I love that people said I don't know.
Question HR3. Did you watch the Game of Thrones series finale on Sunday, May 19th? Note that there will be potential spoilers for the show if you answer that you watched it. Alright? 37% said no, I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
11%
only 257 people watched all of it.
Yeah, only 257 people said they watched all of it. That's half.
How
only
can
half
you-
the people watched the last episode.
Yeah.
How can you make a judgment from this?
And so, well, here, if we take question HR3 and then HR4, HR4 is did you like it? So we have to, I'm only counting yes,
Yeah,
I watched all of it people. So let's take the 257.
No.
So let me pull out the calculator, which I don't have on the taskbar for this new computer.
Yeah.
And
Oh
it is-
no.
So let me do the math here. So,
Well, right,
yes, I liked it a lot, 81. Yes, I liked it some, 117.
Well, to make it quick, he's taking 63% from 314.
Plus 117. Alright, so that means 198. So, 75. Let's see, so that's divided by 2. This shows that 77% of the people who actually watched it liked it. But that's including yes, I liked it a lot, and yes, I liked it some. But there's 7 with no opinion. 77, no, I didn't really like it at all, and no, I didn't like it. That's
Sorry, right, yeah. So, so at that question at HR4, 314 people were asked that question because they were the ones who had actually watched it, the whole final, yeah. And of that 314, 213 or 214 of them said that yeah, I like some of it.
I was just going through the people who watched all of it. So yeah, the number will be worse for you because I didn't factor in the people who just watched some of it, which is 57.
Oh, this yeah.
So that's why my number came up.
Look at the way they ask these questions. HR7_3. Were any of the following major or minor reasons why you didn't like Game of Thrones series finale? Jon Snow did not become king. It's like a major reason, 56%. A minor reason, 20. It's like what a weird way to answer these questions.
I know. Apart from that, can we just put the bed right? Of the 63% that he's quoting, he is quoting less than 300 people. He is quoting less than 300 people in his definitive. Oh, this Hollywood report suggests. He's literally picking a sample size of less than fucking 400 people to define his arguments.
The sample size is 314.
I'm sorry, and like fucking, and just to show how fucking lazy he is at his work, sorry, I'm saying fucking too much now. I'm gonna stop. Stitch himself pointed out in the middle of the stream, like, how long will it take you, Stitch? 5 seconds to Google and click the article and then go into the PDF?
I mean, it's in the article he's reading. There's a link to it in the article.
Yeah, and we've disproven it in 5 minutes and
also,
stretched it out for a lot longer.
HR8_1. Do any of the following describe how you feel about Game of Thrones series finale? Satisfied. Literally 49% of people said it describes how they feel about the finale. So
45 said no, it does. Is basically no, I don't feel.
Yeah, 51% were either unsure or unsatisfied. It's like that's
That's bad.
Yeah,
man. That's really bad.
Well, it says 47% of people that didn't like it because they thought the writing was bad.
58% of people said disappointed.
Yeah.
How does this help his argument at all? This is the worst.
They definitely, yeah. When it says satisfied, that we just did that. Happy? Only 36% of people said they were happy with it.
This seems like the most roundabout way to ask people questions that I've ever seen.
Oh, in the next one after that, sad. 48% said sad, and the rest were no or I don't know. So the highest of these numbers, basically, the amount of people who were sad is the same as he felt satisfied. And again, this is only from the 314, so that's such a tiny little sample size.
This is completely worthless.
Look at this random question that's also thrown in, dude. As you may know, there are several major plot lines from a Song of Ice and Fire book series that did not make it into HBO's Game of Thrones series. Of the following, which do you think most wish was represented in the show? Please select all that apply. Young Griff / Aegon. I'm sitting here like, you can't ask these people this question. There's people who read the books who are like, I'm not even 100% sure of what you're trying to say with that question. Like,
what I think is interesting here is that HR 8_5. Do any of the following describe how you feel about Game of Thrones series? Disappointed. So if we're taking this 314 sample size, the biggest number that we have so far is people who felt disappointed by it.
yeah, but let's just not talk about that. Bye.
Oh my God! We're about to have meme magic here. All right. HR 8_8. Do any of the following describe how you feel about the Game of Thrones series finale? Bored. No, this doesn't describe how I feel. 71%. They weren't even bored by it.
Hey, it wasn't the third time they watched it, Rex.
This is the biggest number that I see. The 71% of people who I wasn't bored. That's the biggest thing that we have. That's the biggest return.
Hey,
on
guys.
this
What's the
thing.
point in doing this drop? My entire audience are gonna vote no.
I know, but do you want to have a poll or a survey?
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's have a
that
survey.
literally has more people. That literally will have 10 times the fucking audience. Should we just ask it right now?
Can we see if we can get more than, what was it, 2,200 and something votes?
Yeah.
If we can do that, we can. If you can post it into the chat, my chat's still.
I did try, but it grays it out. I think I'm not allowed to send links.
I was the first one to vote.
Give me a sec.
If you can share it.
What do you got? I don't know. All right,
Well,
I can spam it. Here it goes. Is that showing up for you guys?
There we go.
Click and vote.
Rags beat me. Oh, beat me to it.
Vote in the straw poll.
Come along now.
We got our first.
Here we go. Numbers are moving. We gotta get over 2,200 people.
Fuck it. I'll put up on live. Put it on live.
We got 200 votes.
Come on, we gotta get up there.
We got 300 votes. Come on. We got 400.
And once this is finished, can somebody just screenshot it and send it to Matt and just tell him to fuck off?
A new study shows that the Game of Thrones season 8 sucked.
A new study shows on the EFAP report that 990% of the audience think you're gay.
Hollywood Reporters, Baller, Rags, Itch, and Spire.
Yeah, fucking professional journalists and shit posters.
It won't let me post. It says error, try again.
Yeah,
It's
same for
giving
me
me
right now.
issues.
Is it just YouTube fucking up again? This is the one
There
time
we
we
go,
need you
there's
to
one.
not fuck up YouTube. Come on.
It's still going. I got 715. 730 people now.
All right, person who's
We've already
listening to
passed
this.
Put it on Twitter. Put it on Twitter, Mahler.
Person who's listening to this right now, who's not getting involved, you need to get involved. Okay, just quickly vote. We got to get
If
this
you ever
past.
did anything for EFAP in your entire life, have
Yeah.
it be this.
Get it past 2,200. There's apparently 3,700 people watching, so we should be able to pull it off. I'll pop it on Twitter now.
Yeah, don't do anything. Don't do nothing and rely on other people. We need you. Your vote counts.
Yeah, your vote counts. Make Matt look like an idiot, please.
If you don't vote, then the big midgets win.
And the vision trannies. Don't forget the vision trannies.
Alright, we're at 900.
I'm gonna put a tweet out in a sec.
We have 16 troll votes, but that's okay.
16 people are wrong, but it's okay.
Oh.
I feel like we're watching a submarine film and we're just watching the meteor climb down. 1,000 meters.
We never forget.
1,100 meters.
I was staying out of it until that comment. That's why I made it, boy. Wait, we've crossed 1,000. We're at 1,050.
Oh, 19 people are wrong.
19 people missed the no button. That's all right. It's bound to happen. Bound to happen.
I'm pretty sure I did tick the IP checker, so I think if you want to vote again, you'll have to VPN it. I think, or maybe delete your cookies.
You don't have to.
This is a scientific poll. Okay?
Yes, we can't skew the results. Smiler, please.
Sorry.
We're science men.
I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm not wearing my lab coat and my tie. I got my glasses on, so they count. They're thick enough to be safety goggles. So.
America.
Should we watch the rest of that?
Yeah, let's go through the.
We'll have to push this in a bit when we maybe cycle. I just want to show you guys the tweet.
We'll come back.
Yeah, I'll put it in chat every once in a while.
Here we go again.
I was already found it. Yeah. So this is the tweet that I did. Do you like my hashtags?
Hashtag Jarbo survey. Surveys for the win. Jarbo surveys for the win.
There you go, people. This is my tweet for it. You can find it, and we will get this past 2,200. That's all we gotta do.
And I'm sure all of you are various ages, genders, made-up words, and other things.
Yes.
So, but we will get our diversity quota. We will.
We will have to return to this once. Hopefully it gets a little bit further. But thank you, Matt, for inspiring us to really show the world that there is more to surveys than nothing.
Mundane Matt really is an inspiration.
he gets shit done, dude. He gets,
He's my anger therapy right now.
Mundane Matt is just, look, man, he teaches us don't do it for the money, or the fame, or for the audience.
Do it
because you love it.
Do it for some reason. Something in there.
The question becomes whether or not the backlash to the show, to the finale, will have any.
Hang on. Oh yeah. Sorry. This is a bit of a nitpick. The survey was comprised of 2,201 adults of different ages. So.
They weren't all the same age?
I find it amusing to be like adults of different ages. It's like, what are adults? Just because it was like we're assuming they're all the exact same age.
We tried to get all 37-year-olds.
Any problem or any impact on the future of whether or not these people go and watch a Dan and Dave Star Wars movie? Well, according to this, they also asked them that. If they would continue to watch the work of David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, and responders were asked, does the involvement of the creators of HBO's series Game of Thrones make you more or less likely to see upcoming Star Wars movies installment, or does it make no difference at all? 9% said that they were more likely, and 7% said that they were less likely, meaning that in this poll, people...
Why the fuck are you talking about this thing specifically? Like,
this is a really interesting thing. What's the sample size for the question he asked?
Should we find this one? The Game of Thrones.
Here, let me just F Star Wars.
Yeah, David.
Okay, here we go. So this was only.
Which HR is it?
It looks like this was the entire sample size of 2000. Yeah, it's HR 15.
Okay.
So HR 15, because you can control that search for Star Wars. Fucking idiots, Jesus Christ! Teach all the internet.
69% of people said they didn't fucking give a shit, really.
Yeah, I was trying because I was googling their names, or Control F in their names.
And what's weird is don't know or no opinion is like almost more likely, less likely.
Well, yeah. 1,500 people has basically said I don't give a shit, and then another 300 went I don't even know who these people are.
Get ready, get set, We're going on the internet.
Tended to like the work of Dan and Dave more so than not by at least 2%. However, 69% of the responders answers that the finale makes no difference to them for the duo's Star Wars future, indicating that the writers will move forward.
Well, he actually read the study. He knew that's because 69% of those people didn't see the finale of Game of Thrones.
Oh my god. And what a question. You know, if I said to, like, the people I watched it with, like, family members and stuff, if I said, does the involvement of the creators of the HBO series Game of Thrones make you more or less likely to see the upcoming Star Wars movie installment? I imagine most of my family have been like, I don't really care. Like, people don't typically care that much. Like, critics do, because we're really invested in stories being not terrible. But your average moviegoer will probably be like, are they working on it? Okay. Well, I don't know.
Well, yeah, and like, what tends to happen is they manipulate it, like, Mortal Engines, where they were like, oh, from the creators of Lord of the Rings. And it's like, yeah, Peter Jackson might have produced it, he didn't direct it, but
yeah, because that movie was shit.
Well, yeah, and that's it. That they were misleading, weren't they? Because they were going, oh look,
it had Peter Jackson's name right on the front. Peter Jackson.
Yeah,
oh, so it's gonna be good. Nope.
Exactly. It's like for the average audience, yeah, like they might be familiar with certain directors, but they're not going to be familiar with these writers.
They're Peter Jackson.
I mean, shit. I mean, shit. Like I've seen it in the Discord itself. When people refer to them as D&D, people have to clarify who are D&D. If people on the internet don't know who D&D are, like just by word of mouth or casual interaction, fucking normies on the street in Hollywood, they're not gonna know.
And a lot of people, at first, were like, Dungeons and Dragons? It's like, no, D&D. And you're like, Dungeons and Dragons. It's like, no, David and whatever else. And you're like, what? And it's only because of all this fucking terrible shit that's happened to Game of Thrones that people finally, it started to move over into, like, some people were like, you mean Dungeons and Dragons? It's like, no, not at all. And you're like, oh, right, no, of course. So yeah, the average people have no fucking clue who they are. They probably don't even know who to blame exactly, like random people. They probably moved on to a different fucking show already. That's, you know.
Being judged on their current projects rather than their past work, which I do believe ultimately is the best course of action. When you want to look at Game of Thrones in the future of Dan and Dave and what they're doing, I would say take it on a project-to-project basis. With something
what do they do that was good?
We don't always do, but I do feel that is the best.
X-Men Origins.
Yes.
Shiver.
Mercy, please.
What's interesting too is that I've been tracing around this survey. 6% of the people who answered this survey, not a fan of TV.
Not a fan of TV.
Great.
11% of them, not a fan of movies.
What the?
Yeah. So, I mean, the poll was definitely open-minded in who it asked.
Yes, it was.
It's certainly diverse.
Wait, 42% of people not subscribed to HBO.
Pirates.
4% never even heard of HBO.
Yeah, some of these people have never even read or watched this show, so.
It's like,
How do you unironically run this test? Like, as if it's going to tell you anything. It's amazing. Like, did he like say that like these guys were good at their polls? Like they know what they're doing.
Well, he led into this like you know with like authority that these people have like they've done their work. They He didn't. I don't think he said. Well, yeah, he didn't say definitively anything, did he? It's just how he said it, I suppose.
Course of action. So here you have it. New studies, new surveys. Majority of people enjoyed the finale.
You cannot say that.
So let's give him the let us Valyrian Steelman his argument, all right? Let's say that 63% of people enjoyed it. That is awful.
I'm waiting.
That's terrible.
I'm waiting for you to be
Giving
like
him the best possible interpretation of the data, which we know is bullshit. Even that means that they failed really bad.
Yeah, we're still talking about 200 people, 200 fucking people who may not even.
Yeah, with how like more and more shit's getting revealed about the way they did this test, I'm waiting for you to finally be like 5% of the people asked weren't human.
Well, yeah, it's free.
Are you human?
Of the 340
I do not know.
fuck did you not know it?
Well, listen, of the 340%, oh no, of the 340 that voted, said so, some of them may not even have TVs, it's not confirmed.
It was too dark on my phone.
For what it was, or at least liked it some, more so than didn't like it at all, or outright hated it. It just goes to show you that fan backlash
That
doesn't
sets the bar pretty fucking
mean-
low.
Absolutely.
It's 63%. That's like a D.
That's terrible. If
Yeah.
you make a YouTube video and 63% of your audience liked it, you done fucked up somewhere. Something went catastrophically horribly wrong.
Do you see the super chat that just came in? Hey guys, sorry I missed the last stream. My father was waiting for an organ donation, but the donor had his hand broken and his motorcycle stolen.
What villain fucking wrecked that man? No, yeah, I was gonna say, fuck. Shit, hang on. Lost me. Oh yeah, and this is it. The poll is not regarding the season. Well, it's not regarding the pilot episode of the show. So like, you know, people are like, oh, I don't know. I thought it was all right. Everyone who watched the last episode are fans, right? Nobody, unless they're like, you know, got a spouse or whatever who's been dragged along to watch it. Nobody's watching this because they are not interested. So the poll is even worse off because it's asking people who don't even give a shit about HBO, and he's still using it like the fucking, well, base his argument that, you know, maybe the internet was wrong, maybe they're all just a bunch of, you know, massacres. I don't know, fuck me.
The worst part is in the article, you don't even have to click the link to see the study. Like at the bottom of the article, it literally shows the first question of the study.
No, but Sitch, we're literally doing more work than Matt did in his video.
Yeah, I mean, he sat in front of his webcam.
He put his camera on, man. He had to click a button for that, probably. I don't know.
His video it's a 7-minute, 13-second video. It took him 7 minutes and 13 seconds to make this video. He put a good almost 10-ish minutes into making this video.
Yep.
The first response on Twitter for this survey is, I love democracy.
Yep. We're on,
We're at 1750, it looks like.
For anyone who's listening and unaware, you need to vote on this important poll survey to decide the public's view, a unbiased public view of Game of Thrones finale. We need to know. Preferably people who have any idea of what Game of Thrones even is and have seen the show, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. You can still vote.
Yeah, do me a favor. If you did like it, don't vote. Cheers.
Even if you haven't seen the show, fuck it. You're just as informed as the people from Turbo Survey. So.
TurboSurveys.com.
I mean, if you have a TV, you're probably more informed than some of them.
If you're a suspiciously large amount of women, don't vote.
It's a big tell of something shady's going on.
I need a few more females. I mean, somebody in Discord did say that they're trans, so I did thank them for their contribution to enriching the poll.
Oh.
They have instantly made my argument much more stronger because somebody else has said so or agreed with me.
One trans person? Sounds suspicious.
Are there any dwarves in chat? We can only have one.
Do we have any? Preferably giant dwarf.
Any robots that want to be human in the chat?
Any trans robots?
Who's the biggest fucking freak? Please come on board now. I don't care if you got no limbs, you got no fucking, I don't know, fucking anuses for eyelids. I don't give a shit. Come and vote. Come on down.
It just goes to show you that fan backlash doesn't necessarily mean that it's all fan, that it does speak for everybody. In some cases,
no shit.
No shit, yeah.
Despite how shit the show is, people are still allowed to have their opinions, Matt. I mean...
Yeah, some people can there's some people out there who like it.
Some people are brain dead and they think it's good. It's alright.
I don't think you could have made an episode that nobody would have liked. I honestly think that's practically impossible. There's always some guy who's like...
You've always got those weird postmodernists who like fucking interpret everything as amazing if you look at it in a fucking lens of a fucking ant on a mountain.
Well, like, if it opened, all the characters were just in a room and they all got... They melted. And then the credits rolled. There would be someone out there who's like, oh my god, do you get it? It's like a commentary on how everybody, like, none of it mattered. Everybody was just a candle in the wind, and they melted under the heat of the No, I got nothing.
D&D the whole episode could have literally been D&D in a white room shitting on the floor, flicking off the audience.
Don't you see
Someone
the
would
fact
be like,
it's
genius.
It's just so much meaning.
Scream all you want. But not do your good.
But it was supposed to
Yeah,
be terrible.
there's definite situations where the fan outrage does have an impact, and that obviously is clear with, let's say, The Last Jedi or Ghostbusters. You know, obviously it had no impact on Captain Marvel. You have to take it on a case-by-case
What do you mean it
basis.
obviously had no impact on Captain Marvel?
People fucking hate Captain.
I fucking hate the argument that Captain Marvel made money, therefore it never could have made more money than it did.
Well, also, wasn't there a rumor that they had 2 different cuts of Endgame, and one had more Captain Marvel, one had less?
And if we got the one with more in it, I'd be fucking surprised.
No, we definitely got the one with less, because they literally have her say in the movie,
I
"You're not
must
gonna
go
see that
now.
much in it." Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
must go now, and we were like, good. We will see you
Please do not
hopefully
return.
later. Much later.
But,
Preferably never.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the,
Scarlet Witch is... Oh, go on.
I was gonna say, I've heard this before, so you go, oh, fan backlash didn't work on Captain Marvel because Captain Marvel still made over $1 billion, and I'm just like, imagine how much it could have made if everyone loved it.
And it's
Imagine how
always the
ready
sequel
people
to
could
see
be
how the
to
next
see
one
it.
does.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not like people are gonna buy a ticket to Captain Marvel and then walk out halfway through the movie and say, "I want my money back."
I think my dad almost did, though.
I
Like,
keep
he
talking about...
hated that.
I keep talking about always wanting to walk out watching so much shit nowadays, but I've still not done it.
Yeah, no, it's still not
I
done.
almost walked out of Where the Wild Things Are. I honestly actually did.
I was smart enough not to go see that.
Yeah.
We're getting there,
The thing
guys.
was, we're talking like first 10 minutes, I actually wanted to like leave.
Bloody hell, man. The fucking... Well, at least in the UK, like, you know, they've not even got to the ads yet. The ads.
Oh no, chat stopped moving on OBS. I hope it's still going. We gotta get this. We're so close to getting this poll to where it needs to be.
Well, we're 40 votes away from 2,000.
We're nearly there, guys.
40 heroes. Come on,
Keep
chat,
'em
we need
coming.
40
Well,
heroes.
I know there's a whole bunch of people who are like playing a video game like, I'm not gonna vote. I don't need to. You need to.
You need to vote. All of you need to vote. And tell whatever game you're playing, tell everyone in your server that you need to go into this podcast.
spam it.
Nothing
Vote.
matters more than this.
Even though I was too stupid to not mention his Game of Thrones in the title, you know, just confuse them, just ask them.
Yeah, just say like, did you like the season 8 finale of Cheers? Fucking.
Just ask in your server and then report back to us.
People are like, season 8 finale of what? It's like, it doesn't matter, just answer the poll.
I almost regret. I kind of wish I put better options in it at this point.
What, like what?
Fuck it. Oh, you know, just like, well, you know, like compared it to,
Yes,
oh, well,
no, turnip.
well, no. I mean, like, made it more like Hollywood Reporters one. Like,
Oh,
you know,
like-
they said, oh, yes, I liked it. No, I didn't like it. Or yeah, I liked some of it. Whatever. You know.
I did not
just made
watch
like
it.
that.
I don't know what a TV is.
just so that if I made it like, you know, completely on the same even terms as Matt is trying to argue whether or not this was good or bad, I would use that and then just go, you know, boom. It's yeah, this is way funnier. I mean, I'm fucking dying over here, but fuck it. Good old everyone. Please keep. Oh wait, we got 2,077. Woo!
Nearly there. Maybe we'll finish Matt's video and then it'll be complete.
So there are those kind of things to take into account here. Now listen, if you didn't like Game of Thrones series finale,
thanks,
that's
man.
entirely fine.
Oh,
I
thank
did,
goodness.
you don't, we can discuss it.
But if you dare bring up a fucking poll to argue with me, I will fucking get upset.
Our poll is almost finished cooking. We can counter his with ours
Dare
now.
part any fucking Hollywood reporting journalist bollocks, man. I will fucking die.
Oh shit, we're like 100 away.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinions. What I find to be fascinating about this is ultimately that a lot of people out there are trying to run on the hyperbole that everyone loved it, or everyone, well, no one's saying everyone loved it. But
Yeah, no one's saying that.
Yeah. People aren't even gonna make that hyperbole statement.
No, reality
It won't
hasn't
even
twisted
bother.
that bad yet.
Some guy's like, everyone loved it. He just looks around and he's like, okay, no, okay.
everyone hated it. And we can see here that that's simply not the case. And so it is just kind of a case study.
You made a whole video to say that not everyone hates Game of Thrones Season 8.
And he wasn't even right.
It wasn't even right.
Well, yeah, this
for
is
how to
me.
respond to these things down the road, to how to look at these types
Sorry.
of...
isn't he making like something like 3 videos a day? Like,
Kinda, yeah.
if you shit them out this quick, this is like, this is no shock. I'm not surprised one bit. This is the kind of quality of it, like where we, as I mentioned earlier, like we
$3 theater.
We unraveled. It's like 3 second theater. He just fucking goes, reads the title. Yep. Oh, do you know Game of Thrones can be good, might be bad? Don't know. 200 people
See you
said
next
no.
time, bye.
Maybe.
So in the last, in the last day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 videos that say a day ago or sooner.
Damn.
The most popular one is at 2.5 thousand views, his first. So let me go to his main channel, Matt Jarbo.
Best surname ever.
So he made a video 18 hours ago about Pokemon-themed weddings in Japan. And 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he didn't make a main channel video until 6 days ago, and he made 3 or 4 or 5.
The Hollywood Reporter's size was 2,201. Ours is 2,217 and counting. We did it, guys. We did it.
Yeah. And also, I know some people in chat have pointed out that obviously this is very biased based on who we're asking.
No.
2200, we got it.
This is entirely scientific, multi-gendered,
We confirmed.
multi-species poll.
We confirmed
Sorry,
a
guys, we got
giant
this.
dwarf, there was a trans, there was a female, there's loads in the chat.
So I'm breaking the fourth wall, guys. I did it for fun. This is
Oh
for fun.
no!
Alrighty. Well, I have screenshotted the poll at 2,227
Just
votes.
at Matt Java.
Could somebody please correct the title, so...
So, according to this new poll from efap.com, it looks like 85% of people did not like the Season 8 finale, and 12% were not happy to answer the question. How long can I make this video? Just gotta make it pauses, get the big old pauses.
Going to Mundane Matt's channel, I'm trying to find a video that has breached the magic 75 number, percent upvote number. I have yet to find one, and right now I'm at 2 months ago.
It's only gonna get worse the further back you go, because you'll find the dark time where he...
The dark time. Yeah. Finally, a hate crime gets punished. Let me see. Yeah, I legit can't actually find any. I got a 68% here. That was 3 months ago. People hate him. Why does he keep doing this?
Because he has things to say.
Oh, here we go. 79%. It's a very, this is one of his more popular videos at 8,000 views. But he got a 79% on it, so that's pretty pretty fucking impressive.
And to see that maybe not everyone feels the same way, but my point on this one is there a potential way to come to a middle ground perspective and have a conversation about what was good, what was bad, without it turning into a tribalistic situation?
Let's examine that.
Hang on.
So if just because, so this isn't about tribes, right? This is about, there are all sorts of people of all sorts of different races, nationalities, genders, whatever, blah, 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 hate it. Same thing, a lot of people loved it, a lot of people hated it, right? We can talk about it, right? We can talk about it. That doesn't mean that we have to give up what we think to talk about it. Like, we don't have to abandon the reasons that we have. If we have to abandon reasons that we have for why it's terrible, just to meet people in the middle and talk about it, that's not a good faith conversation that we're having.
No, and it's not a fucking. It's not like this is an actual war, feud, or conflict coming over this. This is literally just people on the internet getting bitchy about it, or getting salty, or getting happy, or whatever. And yeah,
business as usual, basically.
Well, we don't have to diffuse or meet on mutual terms or stuff like that. We don't have to fucking call an armistice. Nah, it's fucking just the season finale was shit. Well, the season itself was shit. Some disagree. you pick like the fucking smallest minority, or not smallest minority, smallest fucking grouping ever to go, oh yeah, no, actually, you know, maybe the internet's wrong on this, and you're just dead fucking flip-flopping on the issue at the end. Great, great.
It's like, how about you just go in with what you believe, and then through the discussion, you find out who's the most correct, or who can justify their position the best, and that will influence what people think about it. That's how discussions work.
And you know what? To prove that ours was unbiased, we even had people voting yes. So, how could it be biased if people voted yes? Flawless argument.
In fact, I would say that everyone voted yes.
Yes.
There's one more. That's another.
That was another vote right there.
That was another one. Right
And
there.
I feel that in the case of the internet, that's kind of woefully impossible. But that is.
This is, of course, this is coming from the lens of Monday Matt. So it's like, I've had great luck with that myself. I think it works wonderful, but I'm not Monday Matt.
Again, my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know down in the comments.
How we did you one better.
We don't need to listen to that, but yeah, Matt, you're not fucking helping the conversation. You're not helping the conversation either. Last video we watched, I don't know which one came first or which one came out in which order.
Oh, it was this one was
blamed,
after the previous.
Right. So you blame George. You blame the fucking author for the show, and your what's that? Is that helping the conversation? Is that not creating tribes or like, you know, more division between people?
Did he defend the show in the last video, or he just said blame George?
He said it was. He said that ultimately it was George R.R. Martin's fault.
Yeah.
So he wasn't even saying it was good. He was just saying it was George's fault.
Well, interestingly, he said if you think it's bad, you have George to blame, and then he went on to say that lots of it was good. So my counter was like, so do you think it's George's work that is why it's good? Because what does D&D have to do with it?
He's a shitty content creator who can't formulate his ideas in a clear and concise manner and give them to an audience.
That's ridiculous.
This is only a hypothesis, but
Let's do a study.
let's do a study.
An extensive NASA study, okay? But I'm glad we got the conclusion. Everyone hated Game of Thrones Season 8. Everyone. Every single person. You can quote me on that, and maybe one day Matt will make a video saying I was wrong to say such a thing. But you'll have to reference my study.
Below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video.
No,
Peace out. Oh, I thought you were gone. No.
Subscribe if you're...
Leave my dream.
Seriously, somebody's gotta have the fucking mouse over the fucking pause button ready. I can't take it.
So at this point, I think, are we at 4? I have no idea how long we've been streaming because
4 hours. Says started streaming 4 hours ago.
we've started, my time we started 5:40 and it's currently 10, so we've been going
So
for
it's
4
been
hours
about
and 20
4
minutes.
hours 20 minutes
Yeah.
since we started.
I think, assuming I'm allowed to by YouTube, it's time to start reading the old super chats because that was a shit ton of fun getting through those 3 videos.
Yeah.
What utter
Yeah.
crimes against YouTube. Got 3 of them.
I was saying, are you gonna, well, you want to start now with the super chat?
Well, unless there's anything anyone wants to talk about.
No, I'm gonna bow out, work tomorrow.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been great, guys. I gotta calm down for a bit now because like my blood pressure's gone through the roof with watching Matt. But it's been fun and it's nice talking to you, or talking to you all rather. But yes,
And you will make content eventually that I can promote, right?
Yes.
One
Yes,
day.
I will show up more and yeah.
We have too many guests on EFAB that are like that. We're like, Friggy, make some content. He's just like, no.
I've never done it before, so like, you know, I can.
You have an excuse,
You know,
that's true.
I can give you a bunch of old Japanese game developer proverbs about rush projects, but you know.
So this is awkward. I can't access the super chats part of YouTube right now.
Oh fuck.
Like every time I do it,
can't-
it disables it and says something's gone wrong.
Nah, take care anyway, guys. I'm off.
See you, dude.
Shut up.
The
You can't go to the community monetization.
no, every time I do it, it says sorry, something went wrong. It says stupid monkey.
No, it should show up later.
Yeah. Well, so I was gonna say one solution is that we have a chat for a little bit, then we stop, and then I stream at some point, maybe tomorrow, maybe with Rags, and we just go through the super chats then.
I'll be around.
And I'll put it up on the Moolah channel as a sort of bonus video. Cause...
Get your own special episode with, we will have special content there that you can only get on the Super Chat episodes. We're going to have an EFAP Super Chat. It'll be color-coded.
I'm not going to make him do that. That guy's already done so much on. But yeah, I mean, do you want to... We could just chat for a bit about whatever. How's life on YouTube, everyone? How's it going? There you go, see? Relates to the topic.
You mean us or chat?
I guess you guys...
Are you fishing for
oh, you
chat
know what?
answers,
That'll
or
be an
yes,
interesting thing. Sitch, how did you get started on YouTube? Tell your story.
Not boring. You don't want to hear it.
I want to fucking hear it. Go.
Right.
I have a question.
Okay.
Because I never saw your endgame video because you made it before I saw the movie.
I made an endgame.
Didn't you do a
Infinity War? You did one for an Infinity War.
Oh, we did a
so you haven't talked about endgame at all.
We did a podcast.
Well, we
for
did
Endgame.
an EFAP, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I meant. Did you like it? Because I felt like it had a pretty big structural problem in it compared to the first Avengers. In that.
You mean compared to Infinity War or literally the first Avengers?
Into the Infinity War.
Because I thought Infinity War was better than Endgame, objectively speaking, like structurally and consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. I felt like it was a poor decision because they go back in time and they get all the stones, and then it's like, okay, well they solved the problem, they solved the conflict of the movie, they bring everyone back to life, and it's like, oh, but then also Thanos shows up at the end, and you got to fight him again.
Yeah.
It's like, shouldn't the conflict have been no? Thanos goes back in time and gets the stones, and you have to defeat him to solve the conflict of the original movie.
I think it was a missed opportunity to not have them fight modern Thanos because he was so much more interesting than younger Thanos. And it's mainly because not only is I way prefer the attitude of modern Thanos, if you call him that, but I also like the connection he has to the Avengers at that point. And again, it's not like I hated what we got. I just I was like, oh
Could have
man,
been better.
I really
Could have been better.
I fucking love every piece of dialogue that comes out of old modern Thanos.
Yeah, it felt like they made the new Thanos. He was like just evil. He kind of lost the depth of his character.
Well, he became indefensible when he said, okay, you guys are always going to screw it up. I'm just going to nuke the universe and start from scratch. It's like, wow, okay.
Well, it's like, oh, we have to raise the stakes because they already solved the problem. So they have to go like one step further. Oh, okay, he's just going to destroy everything.
There's a lot of structural issues, but I adored so many of the payoffs in that movie. Fucking Cap
yeah, it was good.
Using that damned hammer, man. Apparently that got like the biggest response from theaters overall as an average. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like fucking fan service for the win. Then again, I mean, it makes no sense.
The Captain Marvel actress said that she thinks Captain Marvel could pick up Thor's hammer.
Yeah, not if she treats human beings the way she does. Sorry.
Wait, who said that? No, Brie Larson said that, right?
Brie Larson said that, yeah.
Is that confirmed? Because if so, that's like...
No, that's probably her just saying that.
I don't think they can confirm it because in the continuity we've got now, Mjolnir's destroyed, so she's not gonna have a chance to. I just fucking hope they don't do it. Just let it. She's not. How is she? He's like, you gotta be worthy. It's like, how the fuck is she worthy?
You know, how is she as worthy morally than Captain America?
That ain't happening.
How are they even gonna make a sequel with her? She's so powerful.
Dude, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll watch it when it comes out because I'm fascinated by the idea of making a movie where they're like, all right, the opening of the movie, she gets shot in the face with some kind of thing, and it just
loses all her powers.
Oh no! And then she has to learn that her power isn't her, and she's more than her power. And just be like, yeah, you should have done this in the first movie, but okay. Because where else can they go other than her just destroying everything? Again, like, I'd actually like it if they went villain mode with her, but I don't think she'd like it.
No way. People were saying that for Rey too. They're like, oh, they're gonna totally make Rey the villain. Yeah, Rey, come on.
When she's choosing whether or not to join Kylo, I remember watching it and being like, why would she?
Yeah, so why is she? Well, first off, why is she even here at all? But also, why would she swap sides?
Like the idea that is so tensionful whether or not she'll do it. I just want to ask people, it's like, what reason would she have to do that? It's like, end the war? It's like, no! That's not even gonna happen! It's like there's people fighting regardless. Like they were gonna leave. Who knows what the First Order were gonna do once Kylo and Rey fuck off, or what even was the plan? We shouldn't talk about Star Wars. That's a whole fucking rabbit hole. God, that Star Wars season will be coming back around. We're currently still in sort of the end of Marvel season and Game of Thrones. It's like,
Why are we talking about Marvel movies? Star Wars is coming out soon.
Mate.
We're talking about Star Wars. Something's coming out soon.
There is that
Another
movie
thing
about
is going to come out in the future.
that boy who got bitten by a radioactive spider who became a trans spider, I believe. That's a pretty cool.
Oh,
You should check it
Arachno Boy.
Arachid. It was really poorly named. Yeah, you know what? We may as well do it right now because no better time than ever. Do you want to talk a bit about your channel in general, Sitch, so I can promote you and tell people to subscribe?
I started off for some reason making political content, which was probably a mistake in the long run.
It worked out for some people.
It worked out for some. I feel like this is the way you do successful in politics. You have to pick a side. You have to say, okay, I'm firmly on the left or the right. I don't think people want this wishy-washy, moderate BS. But that's just my.
I think it's less left to right and more like social justice, anti-social justice.
Well,
I think a lot of people don't like people being wishy-washy about that.
I think it started that way, and I think it's kind of slowly like. Maybe it's just me, but it feels like people are getting kind of bored of like anti-SJW stuff. Like, okay, we've heard, all the arguments a million times about feminism.
I think anti-SJW is rising right now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of channels that make it very easy because they're like, I'm not talking about anyone specific here, okay? You may think I am, but I'm not. I watched a movie where a guy has a gem in his head and he had it pulled out because it's a magic stone, and I could see the trans element to that. You're like, okay.
Right.
There's suspiciously too many women.
They had a dwarf. You're like, okay, dude, like this is too much. And then you get people who can make channels just very easily being able to cover that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a formula, you just stamp it out. Wait, okay, so yeah, I've been doing politics videos for almost all my videos have been politics, anti-SJW stuff, and then I was so upset like everyone else by the direction Game of Thrones that I made a Game of Thrones video, and it did very well. So I'm like, okay, this is a good sign. I can start going back and forth between movies, television, and politics, and not just be solely focused on anti-SJW stuff.
Yeah, and I think you've made some very interesting Game of Thrones. Do you know I was building a little playhouse for my sister's daughters, and I was listening to your video.
Oh, just like in Unicorn Store.
And I told no one to come out while I was using it, so I was like, you might swear. And there's Game of Thrones spoilers. Just go away. I want to listen to this video while I'm building a house. And yeah, you have some solid takes, and you weren't a huge fan of season 8. I think that's a fair take. But did you know that 63% of people actually enjoyed it? Like,
I'm just happy because I've been really sour on Game of Thrones for a while. I'm happy to see like everyone else wake up. Like it got to a point that even the normies were like, ugh, can't.
But 63%.
Yeah, stop saying that. Like
That's true.
It's only 7 people that didn't like it percent. It's just Jesus.
Look, 63% liked it. 30% of those 63 didn't have eyes, but it's okay. They still
Several
listened to Game of
percent
Thrones.
were not humanoid, but that doesn't even matter.
37% of household pets enjoyed the end of Game of Thrones.
But yeah, there's a link to your channel at the top of the description. Go and check it out if you want to see some more takes on Game of Thrones while you're waiting for mine, because I know that people are still very upset that I haven't released my videos for 5 and 6 yet. I'm writing the one for 5. It's taking me ages to perfectly explain to you why it's really bad that they've destroyed Daenerys, Varys, Tyrion, Jon, Jaime. These are the characters I really care about, so I'm trying to make sure it's a entertaining and informative video while nailing everything that's wrong with that fucking episode. And then it's on to 6. And then it's on to a season sort of recap thing, and then I'm going back to TFA, because everyone keeps asking me, ooh, is TFA Part 3 coming out soon? And I'm like, no, really not soon. Every single time I haven't started it, we're looking at least a month still. And I know that upsets people, but I'm working on what I really want to work on first, and then going back to it. There's no way it won't be done. There's this rumor going around. It's like, Mole will never finish it. It's like, do you understand how long it took me to write that script for the entirety of the TFA thing? There's no way I'm not making those videos. They're coming though. And the good news is, Rags has a video coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
There you go.
I'm hoping tomorrow. Yeah. All I got to do is finish up really just the ending bit of it, just like the outro essentially. And yeah, then we'll be good to go. And I got some stuff that I do want to cover. Like I said, I really do want to make videos on and cover. And I think those are fairly shorter, and they're response videos.
You're gonna cover the guy we covered today, right?
I fucking am.
We were worried that you were gonna become the George R. R. Martin of YouTube.
George R. R. Martin. Everything's my fault.
No, just the long time in between.
Yeah. But yeah, I think things have like really calmed down in the IRL scene. So you can devote all the time to it and get everything trucking along, which is what I really want to happen, because stuff comes out and I want to cover it. I'm like, it just takes time to make this. I don't just Matt Jarbo it and sit in front of my fucking webcam and chat for 7 minutes to make a 7-minute video. And
you're just upset 'cause he was right.
I'm upset.
He had sources. What did you have?
He had science.
He showed me the truth about how people feel.
The NASA study.
You're objectively wrong.
Couldn't take it.
You just hate women.
But yeah, assuming YouTube fixes itself, I will try and stream with maybe Rags, maybe Wolf, maybe whatever. At the very least myself, going through the super chest to make sure everybody gets answered. So it'll be on the Moolah channel, right? So if anyone's like, I want it answered, it'll be answered eventually on the Moolah channel. Give it a couple days. You can find this there as well. There's a link in the chat to get to it. Thank you all for voting on that poll, for making sure that studies stay strong and that surveys are trusted, because it really proved definitively the truth. And yeah, next episode Wolf will be back and we'll finally be able to look at some memes, because it's been a while. We'll open with that.
Yeah, it has been a while since we went over memes.
I feels bad, man. We'll definitely be doing that.
Meme-isode.
But it's been fucking fun, and thank you all very much for watching. It's all coming up on the Moolah channel, and thank you very much for being an awesome guest, Mr. Sitch.
That's right.
Thank you.
Other than that, is anyone want to say anything?
Bowen's got art. Bowen said he has art.
What Bowen?
He
Bowen.
said check Twitter. Bowen, yes.
Fucking
Bowen said
Bowen.
that. I was so excited. I was so excited that I didn't even.
I'm checking my Twitter. I am not seeing anything so far. Resend it, Bowen.
Bowen he just said tell Mauler to check Twitter.
I've got a couple Dawn memes, but I'll save them for when we get Wolf back. I haven't seen. I'm not
Well,
seeing.
while you're waiting for Mahler's videos, just watch my Game of Thrones video.
They're actually good. I really like them.
Yeah, I'd say
I'm
go
glad
watch
they're actually good.
They're actually
You're glad
good.
they're
I even
good?
watch them.
They're actually good.
They're
You're
actually
surprised.
good. They're not shit like.
We're not
everything
just
else
saying it
that
because we
they've
like the
done.
guy. We're saying it because the videos are good. How about that?
There you go. That's the best endorsement I could hope for.
Fucking Wolf just PM'd me. Bowen. It's okay,
I'm
Rex.
sorry. First off, I'm sorry. I for starters showed up, but two, I was so excited that I became less lucid for that little bitty moment, that tiny window of time where my brain was processing the joy of things to come. And with Bowen, who knows?
That fucking call out. Wolf's gonna have to remember that, so he can call you out at the beginning of the episode next time.
Why, when he shows up?
Maybe.
When
Who
he's
knows?
around
Maybe.
for the show?
I'm refreshing my Twitter. I'm not seeing anything. I'm sorry. I Bowen. Feel bad saying that. Bowen, if there's something you wish for me to put on screen, like a drawing.
Yes, Bowen, you must send it.
Fucking Nerdrotic retweeted my thing, and he put hashtag I stab with Dawn and hashtag Jarbo surveys for the win.
The toxic brood grows.
Has Bowen said anything else, or?
I don't think so. Let me check. Twitter, you piece of shit, send my art.
Yeah.
So I guess he's having problems with Twitter?
Oh, do you want to try the Discord if Twitter's fucking up?
Yeah, if you post it, if it's postable, is it safe for work?
Oh, could be why.
Technical. There, post it. Just DM it to me, Baowin. My DMs are open on Discord. If you just send it to me, then I'll pass it along.
Almost finished with the meme. 10:03. Oh, that was 15 minutes ago.
Uh-oh. I hope this is good. We've been hanging on at the very end.
It will
Max
be.
just sort of forgot how to pronounce Baowin.
That meme, unironically, will follow him to his grave. He just kind of forgot. Anything that goes. I wonder if his family will use it on him every once in a while.
Oh my god. You just kind of forgot how to be a good husband.
Oh man.
Oh my god, he could put on his tombstone. He kind of forgot how to be alive.
Alright, I got a Baywin here. Pick it already. I'm not even gonna expect it until I find it.
Oh boy.
And
Oh my.
smiling is harassment.
Oh, he's got it's. Oh god. Oh, there's ER on there.
Yeah, EL's getting
like
booted.
I like that. That's a good-looking Godzilla.
It is. Captain Marvel Godzilla.
Bottomless too.
Happy Time Toys Co.
Happy time.
Stop objectifying that Godzilla with your eyes.
That actually looks really cool. Smiling is harassment.
No one? Yeah, I was gonna say, fucking ER's fucked. He's constantly smiling. Stitch is okay. Unless you flip your icon upside down, you're fucked.
I'm always sad.
Oh. I mean, after Game of Thrones, I don't blame you.
That's true.
It's all over. But yeah, with that, I'd say it's about time we say goodbye to you all. You can expect the next one is hopefully going to be next Sunday. We're actually on a partial consistent schedule right now, which is neat. And you can expect the return of Wolf, and God knows who next for a guest, because you never fucking know this shit. So
Matt, you're gonna have Mundane Matt on.
Monday, Matt, a special guest on EFAP. We're going to talk about Game of Thrones.
no, please.
We're going to talk about
Science.
polling data.
No. But yeah, you'd think like, oh, it's such an early one that of course Rags and Wolf wouldn't be able to turn up. It's like, that wasn't how this happened, but sure.
Well, we were originally going to be like what, 6 hours before originally to accommodate them too.
Well, yeah, it was 2 time frame options, but I couldn't make one of them because there was a baby in my house.
Yeah.
Can't be waking him up. Those things. Be weird. Hmm?
Oh my god, Jared, fight me IRL, bro.
What?
I just get Jared videos. I get Jared videos recommended to me all the time now, which is off-putting, but...
You have done that yourself.
This is not my destiny.
Oh, he was Xbox Jared before he was Puppy Jared. Jared Genesis, Xbox Jared.
Energy cannot be destroyed, only transferred. What price will we truly pay for that good fortune?
It's funny, it's like, it's almost natural for us to watch these guys better watch what kind of what's like sense. Oh, we got plenty to do.
Scream all you want.
Also,
It will not do you any good. Only I can make it last.
he hasn't got the Tumblr one on there.
Yeah, he's only got the he's got one in Kelly Marie. Yesterday, here's the best part. He made a video about a girl who died, and it got a sad ending, and then he just uses the whole video to like make people feel sorry for him, and he's talking about a girl that was really
Yeah, a lot of people have been noticing that he's been using topics to try and like squeeze in little things like lessons.
Yeah, there was like one video where I think it might have been the one where he talked about like someone that like commits suicide. Yeah, nurse hangs herself, I think. Something like that. And he was like, sometimes when you're in a place, you do things that are antithetical to your beliefs. And I'm like, are you really going to just like...
It feels dirty, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it's like you're using someone else's tragedy to make you feel sorry for you. And you should just apologize for the thing you've been caught red-handed for and proven demonstrably when you showed your evidence. Leave me alone! Like, come on, dude.
I wonder where he'd be right now if he had maybe a apology video. I wonder if his analytics would be like more positive, or do you think people would have just...
Maybe he wouldn't have lost 13,000 subscribers in the span of a year.
Yeah.
Oof. I'm not even kidding. It was at 161,000. Now it's at... Oh my god, it's at 149. Oh, that's good. He gained 359 subs today.
So people saying crank up the audio. Everything's on full for Rags and full. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to fix it.
If I'm low, then let me turn my
You
phone
can
off.
simply surround the door.
Is it saying...
I mean, I can hear you guys absolutely fine, but apparently they can't quite.
I'm set to 85. Really quite high for me.
How does it sound now, my gentle viewers?
How does it sound now, everyone?
Negative 7,100.
I mean, it's still not going to be nearly as big as
Quite easily, I would imagine, Angry Joe.
But I mean, there's like several days where Monday Matt lost. Oh my god, he lost 2,000 in one day, almost 2,000.
Oh shit! Yeah, Monday Matt is negative 12,375. Yeah, he somehow gained 359 today.
That seems really strange.
Wait, Matt did?
Yeah, because Matt's last video was a day ago. It only had 8.4 thousand views, and it's at 14% positive. But do you want to... Are we...
Argento goal moves the goalpost. That one's still pretty... That's pretty... I don't think so.
I was going to say, were you asking if you want to talk about what she did? Or said, sorry.
Well, I'll keep it up on a separate tab as backup.
Try pronouncing my name, guys. Much love. Thanks for the 2 donations that have just come in, and my guess would be Sarbasis Banerjee? What have you guys got? Assuming you actually have my chat up, I don't even know.
No, I was looking at, let me go to...
Yeah, I haven't been looking. I was looking at
It's
Monday
either
Matt's
it's either
channel.
Sarbasis Banerjee